Hello and welcome to Crafting with Ty and Friends. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create two different size coloring books. The first thing we're going to do is go to Google and search for coloring pages or any image we want to use. I also use a converter to change my pictures to coloring pages from my phone, but let's get started. So we are going to just be designing something very simple. So let's look for Laugh Out Loud, dolls, coloring pages. Or you can also search whatever image you're looking for, black and white images. You can also search activity pages. You can find activity pages that you can insert into your coloring book. So once you find and locate your images, you just click, right click, save, and then just save it as whatever you want to save it. Searching and find all the coloring pages you want to save or you possibly want to put into your book. And then you want to open the software that you are going to be using to design in. You can do this in Publisher, Words, Photoshop, Inkscape, Cricut, Silhouette, whatever software you're using, open it up and you want to make your orientation of your page to landscape. Now the first one we're going to be doing is I call it the jumbo coloring book, and basically you just take a full page of paper and you fold it in half. So I'm going to create a shape that is half of the page. So the page is 8 by 11, 8.5 by 11. So we're going to make this square 8.5 height by 5.5 width. And that's basically half of this paper. And I'm going to set it to one side. I'm going to change my shape fill to no fill. And now basically I have my coloring book. The side on the right will be the front of your coloring book, and the side on the left is the back of your coloring book. So you can begin to design. Make sure you are using PNG images when you are designing your coloring book cover. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab some images real quick. Since I already been designing Toy Story, let's go ahead and start with that. So I'm going to go ahead and just drag and drop my images in instead of going to insert picture, blah, blah, blah. Find this way a little faster for me. Now I'm going to go grab my background that I'm going to be using. Alright. Oh, why did I double click that, y'all? Drag and drop. And now you can begin to design your coloring book. So you want to spread your background across your whole template. I'm sorry guys, before you start designing this, let's go ahead and duplicate this page. So we're going to be using this duplicated page to create the coloring book inside. So you go ahead and design. I'm going to send that to the back. So my template comes to the front. Now I'm just going to size and place everything where I would like it. rid of that. I'm going to add some words. Remember, when you are designing any custom wrap, you want to, where did my words go? You want to use PNG images. The reason for that is because the PNG image are transparent. There's no background, so they are easier to layer when you are designing. So I don't know why my words did not come up, but we'll try it again. Okay, there we go. I'm going to change it to a yellow. Move it over here. And now we have our front cover. I'm going to remove the template piece. And now I'm going to go down here. I'm going to get rid of these Toy Story items. And now you can begin to design your coloring pages. So I'm going to insert another duplicate page. So my coloring book can have 8 pages, but it only will be, so my coloring book will have, 4 pages. It'll be 1 sheet front and back. You can include as many pages as you like. It's all your choice. So let's go ahead and find some Toy Story coloring pages because I don't have any. So Toy Story coloring pages. And we're just going to grab any 4. I'll save photo. One more. Now we'll go back and we'll insert those coloring pages. Into our designing space. And then we'll just place them and size them to our liking to fit on our pages. I usually insert a coloring picture of the birthday child. So once you get your pictures settled how you want, I'm going to create 2 more pages. So I'm going to insert a duplicate page. Insert a duplicate page twice. So I'm going to remove Mr. Potato Head and the alien guy. And we're going to create an activity page. So we're going to insert some words. We're going to insert the birthday kid name. So let's just say his name is Keith. And we're going to go okay. We're going to size Keith up. We're going to rotate him. And we're going to create Keith's name to be a trace in color. And the way I do that is I go to format and I go to no fill, and then I go to shape outline. You can do black, any color you want. And we're going to change the dashes, and we can change the weight just a little bit. And now we have a trace for Keith's name. You can do happy birthday. You can insert some word searches, some find the missing objects, different activity pages. So we're going to go to shape fill, no fill, outline, and we're going to change the dashes again. And we're going to change the weight a little bit. And now we have a happy birthday. I'm going to change the spacing to normal. And then you create 2 more pages using whatever you want. So let's just, let me see, I think I have some birthday coloring. No, I don't. I'm going to go grab 2 more Toy Story photos. So once you finish designing your jumbo coloring book, you want to save it as a publisher file or a Words file or a Photoshop, whatever software you're using, you want to save it as that file format, so you're able to go back and make any changes if necessary. And then you want to save it as a PDF file if you are sending it to be printed by another company, or if you are sending the file to a customer for them to print and assemble themselves. Send as a PDF so they can't make any changes. So once you finish designing, remember to remove your templates because you don't need them, because basically this is just a full page paper folded in half. So I have my design here. I am going to save the file as a PDF coloring book. I locate the folder that I want it saved in, which is called Jumbo Coloring Books. And then I'm going to go back and save it as a PDF file. Let's change the save as type to PDF. I'm going to open it after it saves. And now I am going to print it. So the cover I print on cardstock, and then the papers the inside I actually print on regular regular paper, sorry. So I'm going to currently just print my coloring pages, which will be printed on regular paper. So we're going to just print the coloring pages for now. So we're going to go to page range, and we're going to do 2 and 3, or 2 through 5. And we're going to go to more settings. We're going to go to double printing. We're going to print on two sides, flip on long edge. Okay. And now we will print. So it will print our 4 pages double-sided, making them 2 pages. And then we're going to go back and print our cover. I'm using cardstock for my cover. I always use cardstock. You can use photo paper, brochure paper. It's all your choice. There's no right or wrong. It's all your preference. Okay, so I don't need to change any of my printer preferences or settings because it's set up to print on my cardstock already from default. So all I'm going to do is just print current page, which is the cover, and I'll send it to the printer. Okay, while that prints, we're going to start creating a mini coloring book, and we're going to open up a new page. Remember, you can take the same concept and use it in any software that you are designing in. It does not have to be Publisher. It can be whatever software you are using. Okay, so once you open up your new page, you want to get rid of the margins, and you want to keep it at the, don't change the orientation like you did with the jumbo coloring book. You want to keep it at portrait. So basically what we're going to do is take this page and make it to 2 covers for a coloring book. So we're going to take half of the top and the half of the bottom. So what I'm going to do is insert a shape, which will be 8 by 5 width and 5 by 5 height, which is half of the paper. And we're going to do no fill. And now we're going to do half of the square we just created. So we're going to insert another shape. We are going to make it be 4.25 by 5.5, which makes it half of what this square is. So we're going to do no shape. And again, the right side is what's on the front of the cover. The left side is what's on the back of the cover. You basically create this the same way we done the jumbo, so I'm not going to go into details of that, but I am grouping these together so I can actually copy and paste it, because you're able to get 2 covers on 1 paper. So we're going to duplicate this as many times as you want, depending on as many coloring pages you like. So I normally do 2 pages, which gives you 8 coloring pages. Now I'm not going to design this like I said, so basically I'm just going to open up one that I have already created, and we're going to browse. So here's a mini coloring book that I have already designed. You can see I have 2 covers on the first page, and then I have several coloring pages after. Sorry, this is supposed to be over here. So once you design your coloring pages how you want them, Then you'll save again, publisher file, PDF, and then you'll print. When you're printing with the mini coloring books, to print your coloring pages double-sided, you have to print long edge flipped. I think I said long edge flip for the jumbo coloring books, but it's actually short edge. I will fix that when I'm editing this video. But when you printing the mini coloring book, to get your pages double-sided where they're both facing up the correct way, you want to print long edge flipped. And with the jumbo, you want to print short edge flipped. So I already printed out a mini coloring book. How to assemble them. So we have my jumbo coloring book printed. And we also have the mini coloring book printed. Remember, print short edge for the jumbo and long edge for the mini to get the pages facing the correct way. So let's go ahead and cut out the mini coloring book. I'm just currently going to use regular scissors today. I just cut off the in-between of the pages. So in between this is what I'm cutting at. For the jumbo coloring book, you don't need to make any cuts. It's just folds. So we're going to fold the mini coloring book just in half. And we're going to do the same to the jumbo book cover. We're just going to fold it in half. And then we're going to take our coloring pages and also fold them in half. Now you can put the pages in order you want them to be in. And then you basically just insert them into your cover. And then you can staple it. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's go ahead and finish the mini one. So we're going to take the mini coloring pages and fold them in half. Nestle them inside of each other, and then nestle them inside of your coloring book. Now I'm going to show you two different ways on closing them using a stapler. So I actually have the long neck stapler that can actually get them in the middle perfectly. I used to use my regular one and just maneuver to get them in there. They wouldn't be perfect. I rather have them as perfect as I can get them. So I'm going to show you guys the way that I do it with my long neck. Then I'm going to show you a way that you can do it using your regular stapler. So we're going to just line it up. And I'm going to give 3 staples. One on the top, one in the middle, and then one towards the bottom. Now all my pages are secure. My staple is in the middle. And I have my jumbo coloring book. Now you can do the same thing with the mini coloring book. Staple 3. Now I have my mini coloring book. Now another way to do it is you take your coloring book. So we have our baby shower activity book here. I have to cut down this page, but I'm just going to use this to show you guys what I do. So we have our book here, and then we have a piece of cardstock, or even construction paper will work. I'm using cardstock since basically my cover is cardstock. So basically what I want to do is cut out at least an inch or more of the length of this page of the book that I'm going to be closing up. So let me go ahead and cut that off camera. I'm actually going to cut an inch and a half. So I have my 1.5 by 8.5 paper, and I'm going to fold it in half. Like this. And then once you have it folded in half, you want to basically nestle your activity or coloring book inside of your cardstock or construction paper. And then you're going to take your regular size stapler and basically staple 3 staples, one on the side, one at the top, one in the middle, and one in the side. That way you don't have to maneuver any kind of staples, do any extra things, and you're still able to close your activity and coloring book. It's just closed a little different, but it still works and it still looks great. Now this is the final look of our coloring books. Remember, you can insert as many pages as you like. It's your choice. There's no right or wrong. Hope this helps you with designing. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.
I said, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop talking to me. Stop.